Good day everyone, this is Mike Padua and we're back to our latest update. This is the special coverage on Tropical Depression Crising. This is for today, Thursday, July 17, 2025. This is our English version, brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. If you want the Tagalog version, yung mga gustong makapanood ng Tagalog version ng ating update, pumunta lang po sa ating main page sa YouTube, Mr. Typhoon, o sa ating Facebook page, Mr. Typhoon din, and then makikita niyo doon ang Tagalog version. Okay? Dahil ito po ay para sa mga nakakaintindi ng English. So, to continue, this update is in partnership with Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Islands Sustainability. If you're interested to know more about the sustainability program of BPI, just click on the link here. And the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Lenny Robredo and our Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado. So let's begin now with our update. It looks like Tropical Depression Crising is slowly moving towards Extreme Northern Luzon. The rain bands is currently affecting the Bicol region right now, bringing some light to moderate rainfall. At times there are heavy to intense rainfall that we are experiencing, but so far it's only around 50 millimeters, more or less, okay, in various sections of the Bicol region. And here's our last graph set last night, and this is Crising, and it's enhancing the southwest monsoon across Western Mindanao, Visayas, Palawan. There are now flood warnings in effect across Visayas, Palawan, and Western Mindanao because of this southwest monsoon being enhanced by this tropical depression Crising. This system is still a monsoon depression based on the criteria of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center of the United States Air Force and U.S. Navy. They are classifying this as a monsoon depression since the core of the system is not yet organized, not yet consolidated. Okay, so it's still a monsoon depression, meaning that the winds is along the periphery, and this system, the winds of this system is currently strong at this area, okay, along the northeastern quadrant. So the core of the system is still large enough. It's not yet constrict. Okay, once it gets constricted, it will intensify further into a tropical storm. So this is now the outer rain bands of the storm across the Bicol region and some parts of Quezon, and it's now moving into northern Luzon, particularly Isabela, Aurora. So expect some heavy rains, particularly tomorrow, Friday, and we will show to you the rain alerts from Pag-asa, as well as the forecast of the rainfall from the European model, the ECMWF rain model. And here's now the southwest monsoon affecting Western Mindanao, MiMaRoPa, and Visayas. And here over the Bicol region, the movement of the clouds is still moving from the east with some winds blowing from the northwest. And it's really hard to pinpoint the exact center, but if you're an expert on where the center should be, or could be, it's likely here at 15 degrees, somewhere here, and it's slowly consolidating as it moves towards the Cagayan coastline, and it's likely to make landfall over Northern Cagayan, or if it moves more to the north, it will pass over the areas of Calayan and other areas of the Babuyan Islands. And here's the latest radar shot from, this is coming from the source of Pag-asa, but this is from Zoom.earth. This is the latest radar shot, and as you can see, as of 4 to 5 p.m. this afternoon, the rainfall here of heavy intensity is currently offshore, okay, offshore of the Bicol region, and it's not yet over land. Here over Camarines Sur, Camarines Norte, we are experiencing light rainfall. That's why it's light blue. So no worries. But there are pockets of heavy rain for a few minutes, and then it will be going back to light to moderate rainfall. And for the latest track from Typhoon 2000, we decided to issue now the tropical depression Crising, although it's still a monsoon depression, since it is likely to intensify as it moves closer towards Cagayan. Pag-asa already issued since yesterday warnings about this system. So for the folks down here in the Bicol region, we are safe from the path of this system, but the outer rain bands are being light to moderate rainfall with at times heavy to intense rainfall. Okay, so it is likely that based on the forecast, if the track will not change, it will make landfall over extreme northern Luzon somewhere in the vicinity of Northern Cagayan. Now, take note of the cone of uncertainty, because this is the one that you will focus on, not on the track of this, the main track. Okay, this is only the what you call this, the mean track of the system. So it may pass here or it may pass here. So you should pay attention on the cone of uncertainty, because that's where the system is going, either to pass to the south or north. But so far, that's the forecast from our track. We will be issuing another one later tonight. And here's the latest from Google.com DeepMind forecast models. Together with the European model, as you can see, the blue one is the DeepMind model of Google AI model. Okay, while the orange one is the ECMWF, and as you can see, they all agree, particularly the Google Mind forecast, that it will make landfall somewhere over the northern tip of Cagayan, either Gonzaga or Santa Ana, tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. And then it will pass along the coastal areas of Ilocos Norte by early morning, likely early morning of Saturday. Okay, and then it will move out of the Philippine area of responsibility Saturday afternoon or evening. Okay, so that's the forecast of the DeepMind AI of Google, as well as the European model. So once the system intensifies into a tropical depression based on the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, because most of these agencies are relying on the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, aside from the Japan Meteorological Agency. Here's the forecast of the wind of tropical depression Crising, known as 96W, and it looks like they don't agree with each other. So most likely, the possible wind might reach tropical storm strength somewhere here. So that will be the mean average of the forecast of this system. That's why the Japan Meteorological Agency, even us, are forecasting the winds of only around 65 or 75 kph. And look at this hours. So this is 48 hours from now up to here, this box. So it looks like it will reach tropical storm strength within the next 2 days. Then this is along the area of southern China. It might reach become a typhoon, or maybe just a tropical storm. So it depends on the consolidating efforts of this monsoon depression. And here's the latest storm warning signal of Pag-asa. This is the wind signal from 1 to 5. The first one is the lowest. Right now we have signal number 1 over Cagayan Valley and parts of Ilocos Norte and Ilocos Sur, and also the lone province of Catanduanes is the northern and eastern portion. Those are under wind signal number 1, where winds of 30 to up to 63 kilometers per hour will be expected. Okay, and then for the storm surge warning of Pag-asa, they issues warning also on storm surge, and based on the 2 p.m. update on Crising, there might be waves of 1 to 2 meters, moderate waves expected along the coastal waters of extreme northern Luzon, Cagayan Valley, as well as over the Calayan Island Group and Babuyan. And so please take all necessary precautions. Avoid venturing out to sea because there will be some larger waves soon if it becomes a tropical storm. And for the wind forecast for the next 5 days, so by tomorrow, Friday, the system will be over the Balindang Channel or over Northern Cagayan. And then we have the southwest monsoon over Visayas, MiMaRoPa, and moving into the Bicol region. And on Saturday, July 19, this will be going out of the Philippine area of responsibility as a severe tropical storm moving towards Hong Kong area. Southwest monsoon across Bicol, MiMaRoPa, and Luzon, particularly the western sections, which will be more intense, more frequent. And then on Sunday, this will make landfall close to Macau or west of Macau. And southwest monsoon is still affecting the western sections of Luzon. But improving weather conditions can be seen over Bicol region. But there will be still some showers because of the monsoon across the western sections of Camarines Sur, like Pasacao and Balatan. And we have here another low pressure area that we are keeping an eye. And on Monday, this might become the next tropical storm. And it will remain stationary for 24 hours. And it will track towards the north, towards the Yama Island chain of eastern Taiwan. And take a look at this value of the barometric pressure. It looks like it will rapidly intensify into a severe tropical storm or even a typhoon. So because of that, because of this potential stationary next storm, the southwest monsoon will prevail across the western sections of our country. Even western Bicol will be affected by the monsoon. On and off rains, but there are sunshine in between and strong winds of 30 to 60 km. It's not damaging, okay? And Wednesday, this storm will move towards the north, towards the East China Sea, and that will be on July 23rd. Southwest monsoon still occurring across Luzon, but it will be rainy over the western sections of Luzon. Okay, so we are just going to show you that forecast up to 5 days, since more than 5 days is highly uncertain. Now on the American model, the first one is the European model, okay? On the American model, on Monday, there's also showing a large cyclone here, east of Batanes. So both of the computer models agree that there will be a next one. Okay? Now let's move back to Crising. Here's the rain forecast for 3 hours. 3-hour rain forecast. The ones that's dangerous is this one, the red and white, because this rainfall is more than 30 millimeters within 3 hours. So 3-hourly rainfall. So lucky for the Bicol region, Naga and the rest of Bicol, except for Cuartido and Catanduanes, they will not feel intense or 3-hourly intense 3-hourly rainfall. Okay, it shows here only 5.9 millimeters, 5 millimeters, 3 to 5 millimeters across these areas, including Daet, and that will be for today. And most of the intense rainfall are located over the Philippine Sea, along the offshore areas of Catanduanes and Partido. But as we move this slider into Friday, it will quickly move towards the Cagayan Valley, particularly over Cagayan. So these are intense rainfall that can produce flash floods in a span of 3 hours. So please take all necessary precautions. Those people living over Cagayan Valley, okay, including Ilocos provinces, because there are 3-hourly rainfall of more than 150 millimeters, which could easily flood low-lying areas. Okay, so take all necessary precautions. And then Saturday it will begin just the southwest monsoon affecting our nation. Now here's the 24-hour rainfall accumulation. So today, we are still expecting 30 to 80 millimeters of rainfall over Naga City. The rest of Camarines Sur will have up to 100 millimeters of rainfall, and also over Albay and Caranduanes included. And then tomorrow, Friday, rainfall of up to 70 or 80 millimeters will be expected across Camarines Sur and the central and western sections of Camarines Sur. Partido district will see some improvement of the weather, while Albay will also experience some up to 80 millimeters of rainfall. Okay, but look at these areas of MiMaRoPa and Visayas. Rainfall heights of up to maybe 200 millimeters will be expected here in some isolated areas. So please take all necessary precautions for possible flooding. And also over Cagayan Valley, there are values of up to 300 plus millimeters here. So this is a threat of high amounts of rainfall that could generate some flash floods and flooding over Cagayan Valley, including Ilocos region. Okay, and also Benguet. Okay, Cordillera Administrative Region will also feel rainfall of up to 100 millimeters or more. That will be on Friday. So please take all necessary precautions. And on Saturday, the system will quickly move out into the West Philippine Sea, but there's still rainfall up to 80 millimeters and 100 millimeters over the Ilocos region, and the southwest monsoon will begin to affect Metro Manila. Actually, it will start on not yet on Friday, but on Saturday. So we expect rainfall of more than 50 millimeters across Metro Manila and over the western sections of Luzon, from Ilocos region down to Batangas and Occidental Mindoro. There are rainfall rates of more than 100 millimeters here on Saturday, and as well as here over Western Visayas continues to be bombarded by this southwest monsoonal flow. Okay, and on Sunday, we could see some relief of rainfall, particularly over Western Visayas, but Occidental Mindoro and the western sections of Central Luzon like Pangasinan and Western Pangasinan and Zambales will still suffer rainfall of more than 50 millimeters. Okay, and this is the next culprit that we are going to observe. Look at this area of Pasacao on Sunday. There's still some on and off rainfall because of the southwest monsoon. And then on Monday, we have another system here. So the southwest monsoon over the western sections of Ilocos region, Central Luzon, and western sections of Central Luzon and Occidental Mindoro will continue through next week because of the new potential tropical cyclone that will form east of Batanes. Okay, so let's pray that every one of you out there will be prepared on the onset of these monsoonal rains. Okay, and here's the latest from Southern Luzon Pag-asa Regional Service Division when it comes to the heavy rainfall warning, when it comes to rainfall of more than 50 millimeters. So far, the rest of Bicol region is under blue rainfall advisory. No heavy rainfall, except for the area of Camarines Norte, where possible flooding will be expected because of yellow rainfall. So this rainfall is 7.5 to 15 millimeters, so moderate to heavy, and also across Ticao, Burias, and Masbate. Okay, so that's the forecast. We don't know what's this light blue because there's no legend here. Anyway, here's the 24-hour rainfall forecast beginning 12 noon today until 12 noon tomorrow, July 18. And based on the rainfall forecast, Camarines Sur and Camarines Norte and Catanduanes will experience 100 to 200 millimeters. So Pag-asa is much higher compared to the European model. So we should take all necessary precautions. And also here, over Negros Island region, there are some areas here with orange rain alerts, while over the western sections of Panay, Antique, and Boracay can see some rainfall of up to more than 200 millimeters or more than 200 millimeters. And also over Palawan, 100 to 200 millimeters. More than 200 millimeters over Occidental Mindoro. That will be today until tomorrow noontime. But on Saturday, the rainfall will dramatically increase tomorrow noon until Saturday noon over extreme northern Luzon, particularly Cagayan, Apayao, and Ilocos Norte, because of the potential impacts of tropical depression Crising. The west of Ilocos region, CAR, and western Luzon, the western sections of central Luzon will have 100 to 200 millimeters. Metro Manila, 50 to 100 millimeters. That will be on Saturday noontime to, that will be tomorrow noontime to Saturday noon, July 19. And also over here, Occidental Mindoro, Palawan, while west of Bicol, Eastern Visayas, will now be below 50 millimeters of rainfall. Okay, now here's the rainfall observation from our various weather stations. We start with T2K Sweetvin Liboton, that's near NCF, Naga College Foundation. It's currently at 41.4 millimeters as of 4:50 p.m. So it's still within the range of 30 to 80 millimeters that we are broadcasting. Okay. And then let's hope that it will remain that way. But again, watch out for 1 hour of heavy rainfall if there's a thunderstorm passing over your area. But so far, it's only concentrated over the coastal waters of the Bicol region over the Philippine Sea. And if we take the other weather stations, let's take a look at our Typhoon 2000 headquarters here in San Felipe. It's currently 37.8 or 38 millimeters. It's still fine. While in City Hall or along the Naga White area, it's currently, let me see, 44 millimeters. And also along the Concepcion Grande area, Ramayda Village, let me see. Okay, the rainfall observation right now is similar to the City Hall area, 45, 44, 45. Okay, so it matches the rainfall amounts, and let's hope it will remain that way. And by tomorrow we will switch now from the circulation of tropical depression Crising into the flow of the southwest monsoon of Habagat. Okay, so expect winds blowing from the southwest. So before we leave you, here's the latest wave heights. There's nothing to show it to you here, but for the next 5 days, we will be having some large waves over the West Philippine Sea, up to more than 3 meters, because of the passage of tropical depression Crising, and a new one here that will form east of Batanes. So another 3 meters to 4 meters of wave heights expected through Tuesday next week. While the inland waters will remain light to moderate, up to 2 meters or 1.5 meters. So please take all necessary precautions. Avoid going out. Those who want to fish around across the Philippine waters, let it pass. Most likely it will pass maybe August. I don't know. We still don't know what will be the output when we look into the next 10 to 14 days, because there will be lots of storms forming like this one. They're still at low probability. There's another cyclone here south of Japan that will pull the southwest monsoon on July 31st. So It's still early to tell. We will keep you updated from time to time. So there you go. That's the latest. And we will return tomorrow. This is Mike Padua saying have a great evening despite of this rainfall. And no worries. And thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless to all.